Hello friends, today is January 20th, 2026. Let's dig into all the recent video game news with a slight producer's touch. To start, let's talk about Unannounced Life is Strange game, as we might be getting a new one quite soon. And surprisingly, the one that features the return of a beloved character, Chloe Price. According to Insider Gaming, the information was leaked recently from a European rating agency, PEGI. Unfortunately, it was deleted shortly after all the coverage it was getting. Still, the rating notes that were leaked contained brief details about the game as well as content-specific issues relevant to the rating agency. Per these notes, the game is called Life is Strange Reunion. Fitting, right? It appears to be shifting to Chloe as the main protagonist, showcasing her life at Caledon University. The description reads, "Haunted by nightmares and impossible memories, Chloe needs Max's help. But Max is already in crisis. In 3 days, a deadly inferno will destroy the campus." The agency also revealed a potential release date of March 27, 2025 on PlayStation 5, which obviously is not the case anymore, but it doesn't mean that this game is not happening. Since the original game, the franchise has had numerous twists and turns, with the last entry, Double Exposure, receiving mixed reviews and quite poor sales figures. And that's despite everyone's being excited about the return of Max. At the time of recording this, Square Enix hasn't commented on this, which could mean a couple of things. It sounds like the next part of the franchise exists internally, but the company hasn't yet decided on the direction it wants to go. That being said, with the return of yet another original protagonist, they might be looking to give this franchise a much needed reset. But all in all, the future for Life is Strange remains uncertain, which is ironic to say the least. Moving on to more rumors about the potential Witcher 3 DLC. More and more people are talking about this unconfirmed DLC, and recent updates indicate that it might feature a whole new region to explore. According to IGN Poland, which apparently knew it was happening all along, the region is very likely to be a desert, specifically Zerrikania, which kind of aligns with one of the previous expansions, Hearts of Stone. Also, to my knowledge, CDPR wanted to explore the region for quite some time and dive into the Manticore School of Witchers. The outlet also speculates that this might be the place where Ciri officially becomes a Witcher by completing her Trial of Grasses, probably following some long-forgotten and/or forbidden practices of this aforementioned school. But again, this still hasn't been confirmed officially by CD Projekt, so treat it as a rumor. More and more, this whole thing feels like a controlled leak of information to me. And I wouldn't be surprised that the company is behind this whole buzz. I think this might be a very clever marketing plan, with the announcement following during the next few months. Whatever the case, The Witcher 3 continues to be one of the biggest games ever made. And I'm sure that this potential DLC will bring a huge influx of cash for the publisher. And personally, I'm looking forward to it. Also, quick thing, if you don't know who I am, my name is Alex, I'm a game producer and I'm here to help you get caught up on everything that's going on in the video game industry. Shifting gears to some sad news. Ubisoft is being accused of union busting in regard to closing one of its studios in Nova Scotia, Canada. The company jump-started the layoffs in 2026 by letting the whole studio go, which had about 71 employees. The interesting part is that a few days before that, 61 of them shared that they joined the Game and Media Workers Guild of Canada. While Ubisoft stated that the decision to close the studio was made quote-unquote well before people unionized, CWA Canada has issued a statement saying that they will quote-unquote demand information from Ubisoft to see if it's indeed the case. And if not, will pursue every legal recourse to ensure that the rights of these workers are respected and not infringed in any way. And now let's talk about a big report that was recently released by Windows Central, which went into details regarding the plans of Xbox and its subsidiaries in 2026. Let's start with Wolfenstein. Last year we talked a little about the next game in this franchise, and how Machine Games aimed to continue the announced trilogy. According to the report, Bethesda is gearing up for a big 40th birthday celebration, and quote-unquote Wolfenstein 3 is on the cards. So it's very possible we might see an official announcement on or around June 28th this year. This speculation is also fueled by the fact that Amazon is currently working on a Wolfenstein TV show with Fallout show producers. So we could probably all agree that this game is happening, it's only a matter of time. And this whole thing also aligns with the overall strategy of Xbox recently. Wolfenstein is a proven franchise that previously delivered solid results, and combined with a new TV show, it provides a lot of media coverage and generates a lot of interest. The only uncertain thing is a release timing. I probably wouldn't expect this game to be released this year, but if the title is revealed in June, an early 2027 release window is quite possible, I think. Moving on to ID Software and Quake. Another big piece of Xbox reports was sharing a potential return of this franchise. Well, to be fair, the report talks about either Quake or Hexen, but I think we can all agree that Quake is more likely possibility. With it being one of the biggest franchises in video games in general, it's been some time since we saw a new mainline entry. The latest was Quake Champions, which received decent reviews, but wasn't anything to write home about. However, some experts disagree. They are saying it is unlikely either of these will happen. With the Doom series breaking all internal ID Software records, they believe it's far more likely the company will continue pushing more and more Doom games, rather than shifting their attention to something else. Either way, again, this is currently just a rumor, so treat it as such. If we are to hear something though, it will likely happen either during QuakeCon or an Xbox showcase, sometime later this year. My opinion, I think the return of Quake is possible. It aligns perfectly with the Xbox's strategy to push proven legacy franchises. And this one could generate a lot of enthusiasm from fans, which means high sales, which is what every publisher is after. I think the best move would be to use the lessons learned with Doom and apply them to reset or revive this game to diversify their portfolio. So let's see what happens this year. Another interesting piece from the Windows Central report is that Blizzard's Space franchise will likely be the flagship of the upcoming BlizzCon. For a while now, there have been rumors about an upcoming shooter in the world of Starcraft. This project was started and restarted almost 3 times already, if I remember correctly, but no details were shared so far by Blizzard themselves. And it's been almost 10 years since we've had anything new related to this series. I would say it's high time the company got back into it. With that said, the decision to shift from a well-known strategy lane to a shooter, whether it will be a first-person or third-person one, is risky. Starcraft's strategy niche has a lot of fans, and not all of them are ready to switch to a different genre. So this decision is either a genius one or a big disaster waiting to happen. And the last bit of information from Windows Central is that Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remakes are coming down the pike. The TV show is getting more and more traction, and the fans are eagerly waiting for more video games to play. And while it is unclear which one will go first, according to the report, both of them are happening. We are eventually getting a Fallout 3 remake in the vein of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, as well as Fallout New Vegas on top. And it makes great sense. Both games were highly successful for Bethesda, and the fans are usually divided when discussing which Fallout game is the greatest one. And with Fallout 5 being such a distant prospect, the company will need a fresh source of revenue. And remasters are a great way to do that. So we'll be waiting for the official announcement. I'm guessing probably sometime after or during the end of Season 2 of the TV show. And that's all I have for you today, guys. As usual, if you want to know more, all links are in the description. And of course, clicking the like button helps this channel and brings you more and more interesting news each week. Subscribe if you're new, as I put out new videos every week. Thank you for making it this far. Have a great rest of the day, and that's Alex signing off for now. Cheers!